see. I have
No Charlie's Angels.
no Charlie's Angels. Good morning, Hope. Yeah, I'll have to send him a message. So we had a request to omit core today.
Well, I mean, we can do core as long as we don't do Charlie's Angels. I just don't like Charlie's Angels.
That's very sexist.
I like the show. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
All right, let's do some yoga then. We'll just hit it all. We have special requests. All right, so go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Lift your shoulders up and let them roll back and down. Hands on your knees, elbows soft under your shoulders. Eyes are closed, you're gazing down. And without changing anything, just begin noticing your breath. And how your breath naturally flows in and out of the body. Your mind wanders, focus back on your breath. And as you continue with your breath, I'll continue with our reading, Pema Chodron, Comfortable with Uncertainty. Today's reading is called Take Tonglen Further. And remember, Tonglen is give and take. We apply to ourselves what we apply to everyone else, whether they are friend or foe. All right, so in the practice of awakening our hearts, the circle of compassion widens at its own speed and widens spontaneously. It's not something you can make happen. It's definitely not something you can fake, but you can encourage yourself to at least experiment with faking it occasionally by seeing what happens when you try to do Tonglen for your enemy. Try this when your enemy is standing in front of you, or when you're intentionally bringing up a memory in order to do Tonglen. Think of this simple instruction. What would it take to be able to have my enemy hear what I'm trying to say? And what would it take for me to be able to hear what he or she is trying to say? How to communicate from the heart is the essence of Tonglen. By doing Tonglen for all beings doesn't have to be separate from doing it for yourself and your immediate situation. That's the point we need to hear again and again. When you connect with your own suffering, reflect that countless beings at this very moment are feeling exactly what you feel. Their storylines are different, but the feeling of pain is the same. When you do the practice for all beings and for yourself at the same time, you begin to realize that self and others are not actually different. And just gently let your chin fall to your chest. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. And softly let the right ear roll over to the right shoulder. Intentionally pull that left shoulder down. You can reach the left arm to the side to deepen the stretch. You can put your hand on the side of the head just to deepen, not to pull on the neck. So just a little weight of the hand. And then place your hands back on your knees, bring your chin through center, roll to the other side. Pull the right shoulder away. Maybe reach the right arm to the side, maybe add that touch of the hand, not pulling. And then hands to your knees, chin to your chest, gently rock your head from shoulder to shoulder. We'll meet with our chins at our chest. Lift your head and just stretch your arms open to the sides. Wiggle your fingers. And then reach them up high and lock your thumbs and pull your thumbs apart. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed and just add a little stretch, kind of sway to one side and then the other. It doesn't matter which side, just intuitively what feels right for you. And then reach up high again and pull your hands down to your heart, adding an intention if that's in your practice. And then interlace your fingers and stretch them away. Round your back and tuck your chin. And then on your inhale, reach up high. Relax your shoulders down. And let your hands come behind your back. Interlace your fingers, stretch them towards the floor, keeping your spine long. If you can lift the arms up without dropping the spine, lift them up. And then drop them down. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, right hand to left knee. Take a twist, look back over the left shoulder. And then inhale, reach up. And exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down. And just take your legs out wide. Make a big V. And just bring your hands in front. We're just going to walk them forward as far as feels good for your hips and hamstrings. So some of you are going to keep your arms extended. Some of you are going to be able to drop your elbows. We're still warming up, so you don't have to go to your full expression. And then just walk your hands back in. And bring the bottoms of the feet together. Do a little butterfly. Stay here or fold in towards your toes. And then sit up tall and make your way to hands and knees. So finding a tabletop position for your cat-cow tilts. When you're ready, the inhale drops the belly, lifts the head, hold here. Wait for an exhale, arch your back high, push the floor away, hold here. And then just move with your breath. Inhale and sway back. And exhaling cat. Just keep cycling through your own breath as you warm up your spine. Might be different for everybody. Keep flowing with the breath. And then wait for your next exhalation and return to a flat back. And then just press it back to child's pose. So remember, you can come here at any point during your practice. And then shift forward, hands and knees. Knees back under hips, and send the right leg straight back. Toes on the mat, find that calf muscle. You can hold it steady or add a little movement back and forth, gently rocking. And then come to stillness, push the floor away, engage the belly, and then maybe flip the leg. And if your leg is up, circle the ankle. And reverse. And then press through the heel. Stay there or reach that left arm forward. Reach and pull both directions. Keep breathing. Hold here or take a diagonal, arm to the left, leg to the right. Squeeze. Good morning, obliques. Bring it to center, and then exhale, squeeze it under the body. Inhale, stretch out long. Exhale, diagonal. Inhale, out long. Exhale, under the body. Last time, out, diagonal, out, and under. Stretch it out. Put your hand down, let that foot cross over the left, look over the left shoulder towards your toes. Now swing your leg off to the right side, right arm high, circle the wrist, reverse it. Keep it straight up or start to let it go back. Open your chest, release your back. There's a bind here for those who like it. You flip the thumb down and reach for the bottom of your thigh. And then bring your hand down, bring your knee in, and send the left leg. Press through the heel, find the calf muscle. Hold it steady or add that movement, just gently back and forth. And then keep the weight forward, push the floor, engage the belly, and then maybe float the leg. The legs up, circle, reverse. Press through the heel, keep it there, or right arm forward, reach and pull. Make sure you're not swaying. And then take your diagonal, arm to the right, leg to the left. Bring it to center. And then exhale under the body. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, diagonal. Inhale, center. Exhale, under. Last time out. Diagonal. Out. And under. Stretch it out long. Put your hand down. Let your foot cross over the right. Look over the right shoulder towards your toes. Now swing the foot off to the left side, left arm high, circle the wrist, reverse. Keep it straight up or start to let it go back. Open your chest, release your back. Now always flip that thumb down, grab the bottom inner thigh. And then bring your hand down, bring your knee in, and tuck your toes as you press your hips towards your heels. Breathe into your feet and your toes. And then when you're ready, press it up to your first downward facing dog. Remember, hands and knees is an option. You can stay at cat-cow. If you went to down dog, pedal it out, move it around, just stretch out, whatever feels good here. And then come to stillness. And just hold. Notice what's going on in your neck. Are you creating tension? Can you just let the weight of the head relax the top of the spine? Maybe move it around a little. Say yes and no. And then on your next inhale, shift forward into plank. You can drop to your knees if you need legs. Don't let the hips sag or pike. Nice planks. Everybody knees down, elbows in, lower. Keep your fingers where they are. Inhale, roll up head, neck, and chest. There's your cobra. Should be able to lift the hands. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale, up and back. Hands and knees are down dog. One more time. Inhale, plank. On the exhale, knees can stay lifted if you can keep the elbows in, otherwise drop them down. Inhale can be another cobra, or you can flip the feet, extend the arms, lift the up dog. You can look back over your shoulders if that feels good. And then just exhale up and back, down dog. Or hands and knees, always an option. And then walk your hands and feet towards each other, making your way into ragdoll. So any movement that feels good here. Bend your knees, sway your hips, grab opposite elbows. And then drop your arms, bend your knees, squeeze your belly, stack your vertebrae. At the top, reach. Keep the arms up, relax the shoulders down. Let's take hold of the right wrist with the left hand, pull it over to the left side. Stay here, or you can take the right foot in front, push the hips forward. If you have another variation you prefer, do that. Now squeeze to come up. Change out the feet first. Grab the wrist, stay here. And then if you want to add, take that left foot, cross it over, push your hips forward as you stretch to the right side. And then go ahead and take it apart. Let your hands come down, touch your thighs, slide toward your toes. Stay here or take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, let the arms pull away, stretch out the shoulders. And then wait for the exhale, put the hands down, reach for your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away, find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, hold. On an inhale, come all the way up, rounding or hinging at the hips. Stretch it once you get to the top. Drop the tailbone only if it feels good. Add the little back bend. Come up straight and hands to your heart. Nice. Drop your arms, find your mountain at the top of your mat. Anywhere from toes touching to feet, hips width apart, shoulders back and down, palms forward, belly in, tailbone down. On your next inhale, arms up. On an exhale, folding forward. On an inhale, push your shins away. On an exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, left foot to the back. Drop the left knee all the way down. Sink into the left hip flexor, right knee over ankle. Make sure it's not going past the ankle. Floor is too far away, hands can always come up to the thigh. But focus on your hips, dropping low back here. You can look forward. Some of you, it might deepen your stretch if you tuck your nose down to your knee. If you move, look forward, hips back, toes lift. Walk the hands with you if you need the space. Keep it forward and fold if you need the stretch. Shift the weight into the right foot, tuck your toes. You're going hands and knees or down dog. Your cat-cow, or you're gonna add an vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, let your left leg lift high, toes down, hips closed for a moment, just so you notice the difference. Now turn the toes to the side, watch the hip open, and feel that stretch in your hip. Only if it doesn't hurt the knee do you bend the knee like you're gonna kick yourself in the glute. And then step it all the way to the top. Drop the back knee, sink into the right hip flexor, and shine your heart open. Keep breathing. Wait for your next exhale, hips back, toes lift, hands walk with you if you need the space. Fold it forward if you need the stretch. Shift the weight forward. And take it back, hands and knees or down dog. Cat-cow or add your flow. Or rest, always an option to rest. And then when you're ready, right leg high, toes down, hips closed. Now turn the toes to the side, see if the leg will go higher. Only if it doesn't hurt the knee, bend the knee. And then step that foot all the way to the top. Left hand or fist flat on the mat, right hand on the thigh, twist to look over the right shoulder. Keep the right hand where it is, or you can reach it up, see what gives you the best stretch. Keep breathing. And then wait for an exhale, put your hand down, stay here, just step that back foot up a few inches, because we're gonna come up to bounce here. So you can push off the thigh or hover, sweep it high, end up in your high lunge. Keep breathing, make sure you're not feeling pressure in the low back. If you are, bend the knee, push the pelvis forward. Stay here or left arm forward, right arm back. Some of you might drop your back hand and reach that left arm higher. Nice. Wait for your exhale, cartwheel the hands down. left hand on the thigh, twist it open. Keep the hand low or reach it up. Wait for your exhale, put the hand down, step that back foot up a few inches. Either press off the thigh or hover your way up. Come into your high lunge. Find your gazing spot straight out in front. Remember, if it bothers the back, you bend the back knee slightly, push the pelvis forward. It's going to engage that glute to protect the back. Stay there, or right arm forward, left arm back. Maybe the left hand drops to the thigh, maybe the right arm goes back and slightly over and slightly back. Wait for an exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor. You can either step up to ragdoll or back to down dog. If you went to down dog, you can hold or flow. Your body, your practice, get what you need, not what your neighbor needs. Nice. If you went to down dog, make your way back to ragdoll. Nice. On an inhale, push your shins away. Find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, fold. Go ahead, pinky toe out near the edges of your mat. Stay here. Let's all just walk our hands over to the right side of the right foot. Let your left hand grab the calf or ankle. If it doesn't bother the right arm, let it go up. If it feels okay, you're going to put a bend in that left knee, which is going to stretch out your right hip. Then breathe. And then go ahead, switch it out to the other side. Right arm across, left arm up, right knee bends. Everything's optional. And then go ahead and bring it back to center. And just settle here for a moment. And then if you would like to take your squat, it's elbows above the knees. Remember, if you have knee issues, hips stay above the knees. Make sure your feet are at least as wide as your mat. Some of you are going to sink them all the way down. Some of you might bring the elbows to the insides of the knees and thumbs to the sternum. So this is obviously a pretty deep stretch. If it hurts your knees or your hips, you can stay up kind of parallel, and it's actually going to be more engaging into your quadriceps and your glutes. So there are benefits in both options. All right, so if you went low, elbows back above the knees, push together to come up, hang forward. Let everything settle. Those of you who have a crow practice, here's your opportunity to practice. We're all going to meet at the back of our mat when you're done. So it can be down dog or child's pose. If you want to do crow, palms are flat. Feet together, the knees go apart up into the triceps. Put the thumbs down. Yeah. Look forward, shift forward. Keep looking forward. Look forward. Look forward. Yeah. Now squeeze your belly, lift one toe. There you go. Put that toe down. Lift the other toe. Maybe they both want to come up. Squeeze from the core to get them up. Keep looking forward. Keep looking forward. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice job. When you're done, take it back. Rest in down dog or child's pose. If you need to roll out your wrists, go to child's pose, circle out the wrists. You can add that vinyasa if you'd like. Everybody's body different. All right, let's all meet at hands and knees. Do 2 cat-cow tilts on your own. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch. One more time. And then return to your flat back. Either from hands and knees or down dog. Let your left leg lift. Exhale, knee comes to the nose. Inhale, send it back high. Exhale, squeeze it in. You can shift it to plank. Exhale, take it back. Let's leave this exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Keep going, exhale, squeeze. Last time, extend. And then this time, we're going to step it to the top of the mat. Go ahead, turn that back foot to the side. And just take your left forearm on your thigh with your palm turned up. Right hand starts on the hip. It stays there. Or it goes straight out towards the side, rolls up alongside the ear, so the palm spins down. So notice the difference is out on the horizon, not like a rainbow up like this, which takes it off the back. Keep breathing. We're all staying here for now. Those of you that like to go deeper, we'll go deeper in a few moments. Now squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up, we're stretching it back, let that right arm reach down the back leg. So reverse triangle. And now keep both legs straight, bring your arms parallel, we're going into triangle pose. So left arm forward, reach it down towards your shin, the foot, the floor. Remember you're between two sheets of glass. So that means if you look down, your shin is under your face. You're not out here near the edge of your mat. And that's because you're pushing your tailbone down and you're lifting your belly up. Remember, if it hurts that shoulder, it's just resting down here. And create that space up through the left side so you're not rounding. Now squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up, we're stretching it back. And then drop your arm. Now just turn your front toes in and fold forward and touch the mat. And breathe. If you have a variation you like to do here, you can add it whenever you want. If you like just hanging out, stretching it out, that's cool. Then you're still warming up. It's cold this morning. Keep using your shoulders to reach to your waist. If you're in headstand. And then lower with control if you're up. Push the floor away. Squeeze your belly tight. You're either going to bend your knees, put your hands on your thighs to round it up. If your back's feeling strong, hands to the waist, straight legs, squeeze your belly to stand. Turn your left toes back to the front, arms up, bend into the left knee. So now you're in warrior two. And you're breathing. And then maybe lift that heel in the front and engage that inner thigh. And then drop the heel and take your left forearm down. We're going back to side angle, right arm up alongside the ear or not. And you can stay here or play here. So those of you that like to add on here, here's your opportunity. The bind takes the top arm up. You flip the thumb so it points down to the floor. Knuckles end up at the sacrum. Take a half bind, or you keep snuggling that left shoulder in. Reach the left arm under and take the butt. Bird of paradise, go for it. Whatever's in your practice. You got it. Looks good. Beautiful. Nice class. Go ahead, touch it down when you're ready. Rewind. That was my fault. And then right arm forward, right hand down. Pop the heel up. Drop the knee down. Just walk your toes a little more to the left and bring both hands to the inside of that front foot. You can stay up high, or you can drop the right elbow, left elbow. Stay there. Some of you might feel good to lift the knee, squeezing the glute. It's going to put a pretty deep stretch in that hip flexor. So if it feels like too much, it is too much. And if you went low, push up through the arms. And we're just going to swing that left leg around to the back. And go to down dog or child's pose. Hold, flow, or rest. Beautiful. Listen to your body is yoga. All right. Let's all meet at hands and knees. 2 cat-cow tilts on your own. And then return to your flat back, either from hands and knees or down dog. Let the right leg lift. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Keep going, squeeze. Last time, reach. And now step it to the top. Take that back foot, turn it to the side, heel to arch alignment, right forearm on the thigh, palm turned up, left hand starts on the hip, stays there, or goes straight out up alongside the ear, palm spinning down. And breathe. So we're all sitting here for now. And then squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up, and we're stretching it back. Now keep your legs straight, arms go parallel. Stretch the right arm out, out, out before it reaches down. Keep that right side body long, honor that left shoulder. Classically, gaze goes at the top hand, but if that bothers the neck, look to the side or look down. Find your perfect pose. Keep breathing. And then squeeze the belly tight, press into both feet, come up, or stretching it back. Drop that front arm, turn your toes in, so now you're parallel again, and you're folding forward, touching the floor. And you're breathing. So you can stay here, do the same thing you did last time. If you want to stretch your shoulders, you can take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, let the arms pull away as if they're going to touch the floor behind your head. Keep breathing. If you're up, lower with control. And then let's all just walk our hands way out in front. Just take a little intermission here, breathing. And then walk your hands in. And you can either bend your knees, hands to the thigh, or squeeze your belly, hands to the waist, push into both feet. Use your core to stand up. Turn your toes back to the front of the mat, arms up, you're bending back into the knees, and now you're in warrior two. And you're breathing. Stay here or lift the front heel. And then set the heel down and take that right forearm on the thigh, left arm up alongside the ear, palm spinning down. Stay here or play here. If you're taking that bind, that top arm goes up, flips to the back of the room, and then knuckles go to the sacrum. You can stay there or keep snuggling that right shoulder down and alongside the knee. Take the right arm under, find the bind, bird of paradise. People, go for it. Keep breathing. Use the core, reach through the head. Breathe, nice. And then when you're done, we're going from side angle, reaching that left hand to the mat, pop the back heel up, walk your toes to the right, drop the knee. Both hands on the inside of the front foot. Stay here only if it feels good. Left elbow drops, right elbow meets it. And just breathe. If you went low, push up through your arms, and we're just swinging that right leg to the back. You can go to down dog or child's pose. If you went to down dog, you can add a vinyasa. Nice. And then we'll all meet at hands and knees. And do 2 cat-cow tilts. So inhale, look up. Exhale, arch high. One more time. Return to your flat back and lower down to your elbows. Get your elbows under your shoulders, interlace your fingers. Tuck your toes, scoop your belly. Option 1, you stay here. Option 2, hips high, becomes dolphin. Few options here. If you want to keep working core, you can inhale, Shift to plank, drop your hips, exhale, take it high. You wanna work on hamstrings, you just keep walking your feet in as close as you can get them. Inversion, rest, whatever feels good here. And when you're done, we'll all meet in child's pose. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Settle your breath. All right. And then bring your hands back to the front and just pop your hips up. And we're just going to keep it simple. We're just going to take that left arm, thread it under the right, and we're just going to relax and stretch out that left shoulder. You can push into that right hand. Some of you are still looking for a challenge here. You can walk that right arm forward, tense your fingers, and then the right leg goes back and just off to the side of your mat, because that's going to keep you from flipping. If you're going to squeeze the belly and float that leg up. Feels like too much. If you get it too far behind you, you're likely to roll over onto your back. If the foot went up, just touch it down. Bring that knee in. Now bring the right wrist under the elbow, push into the right hand, and just reach out and up with the left. And then drop the hand. Now just take your right arm, slide it under the left. Right side of the head, touch it down. Remember, you can stay here just focusing on that shoulder stretch. If you want to add the balance, you walk left hand forward, tense your fingers, left foot back, slightly off to the side, and maybe squeeze the belly and lift the leg. If your leg went up, you're bringing it back down. We're all walking our left wrist under our elbow, press into the left hand, and reach out and up with the right. And then drop it down. You can go to down dog or child's pose. You can hold, flow, or rest. Nice. And then let's all meet at hands and knees. And we're going to tuck our toes. We're just going to stretch our feet out. Just push your hips back. So a few options here. We're going to come up. So some of you are going to come through a toe squat. And if that doesn't bother your knees, you're just going to bring your big toe mounds to touch. You're going to walk your hands towards your knees. And then you're just going to sit up onto your toes, knees out to the side. If that feels like too much, just make your way all the way to ragdoll. So just end up here if it doesn't feel good. So if you're on your toes and it feels okay, you're going to squeeze your belly and see if you can take your hands up to your knees. Keep squeezing, reaching through the crown of the head. Find a gazing spot to stare at. Nice balance, everybody. Beautiful. Now just touch the floor and just straighten up through the legs and end up in ragdoll. Put some space between the feet. And then bend your knees and squeeze your belly and slowly stack your vertebrae. Make sure your ankles are under your hip bones, arms reach up, palms spin in, lift your heels, press through your big toes, find your balance. And then when you're ready, tiptoe your way up to the top. And then drop your heels and drop your arms. Just take a moment, find your mountain, settle your breath. And then take the balance into your left foot. We're going to do tree pose. Take your right knee out to the side, belly in, tailbone down, hands to the heart. Stay there, or you can bring the foot higher. Some of you might bring the foot above the knee, push the thigh into the foot. Hands can stay at the heart or go to the sides. They can go up. If you need more, lift the gaze. If you need more, close your eyes. You want to take a side stretch, right hand can go down to the knee, and then the left arm can stretch over. It's going to challenge your balance a lot. Nice balance, everybody. Go ahead, squeeze to come back up tall, and bring your hands to your heart. Now take them to the waist, and bring that right leg to the front, flex the foot. Don't predict what we're going to do because we're going to bring the hands to the heart. We're going to point that front toe. And now we're going to take it back and we're going to end up in warrior three. You can do it. Stretch, reach in both directions. Come back if you lost it. Just balance in the left foot. Find your warrior three. Beautiful. Now come all the way back to the front. Stop there or bring it back up where it came from. Don't lean back as you extend. Point and then lower the leg. Woo! That was hard. Shake it out and then try the right foot. Left knee open, everybody's glutes awake, sit up tall, find where that foot fits on this side, on your knees, find where your arms are going this side, keep using your core to lift through the crown of the head. Everything's pulling you upward, remember you have that side stretch if you like it, feels good.
My trees fall over.
Trees fall all the time, right? No big deal. Just picked up some branches yesterday. All right, hands to your heart, hands to your waist, squeeze your belly. You can do this, thigh to the front. Now hands to your heart, point your toe, and we're gonna take it back to warrior three, reach through the head, reach through the foot, fly the arms, help you with the balance, squeeze the arms. Nice, now soften the front knee. We're gonna see if we can bring it all the way back to the front. If we can't, meet me in mountain. Stand up tall, don't lean back as you extend. Point, and then lower the leg. Nice. Shake that. All right, so back to the left foot. You're either going to do your tree dam or you're going to do your Galavasana. So we're going to stretch out those hips. If it feels good, you bend your knees like you're in a chair. Take the right thigh, ankle, cross it over the thigh so you make your figure four. So make sure you're bending, shoulders are over the front shin, hands can stay on the leg. You might be able to bend enough to touch the floor. Those of you that are looking for something to do, there's a bind here. If you hook the toes around that left arm, you take your left knuckles to the sacrum, and then your right hand goes behind your back. There's an arm balance here for those of you that are working on that. It's a big stretch, right? Nice, guys. All right, now squeeze your belly tight. If you went low, you're gonna have to use the core to stand back up, and then just kick it out and shake it out. And then try the other side. So remember, you can do tree, or bend your knees like chair. Take your left ankle over, sit it low, find what works for your body. Bend the standing leg. Shoulders are over that shin. Bend your standing leg to create that shelf. If you're going low, go for it. That bend in that standing leg is going to help. The more you bend it, the better the stretch. If you're adding on, go for it. If you're going for the bind, you're going for the floor. Nice poses. Bring it back up and then just kick that leg forward. Shake out the hips. Shake out the legs and find your mountain. All right, we're heading to the floor. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, folding forward. You can stay here. You can take another shot at crow. When you're done, take it back. Palms flat. Yep. Hold it or flow. Squeeze belly. Keep looking forward. Looks good.
There's my daddy.
Nice, good hold. And then when you're done, we'll all meet at hands and knees. Do 2 cat-cow tilts. And then return to your flat back. Come on to your bottom, swing your legs around to the front. Alright, so let's keep our left leg out, bring our right leg up and in, heart up, shoulders down, keep it or cross it. If it kicks away, keep it on the inside, hug the knee with the left, and then you have the opposite knee up front. And then look to the right. There you go. So right hand behind you to deepen that twist. Some of you might work the elbow to the outside. And then wait for your exhale, unwind to the other side, look around. And then come to center and switch it out. Heart up, shoulders down, keep it or cross it. Hug the knee with the right, look to the left, left hand touches down. And then wait for your exhale, unwind to the other side, look around. And come to center, and then switch it out again. So bring that knee up, right knee up, and then palms open. Right hand on your knee, belly button over the left thigh. You can stay here, or inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. And then look at your toes, squeeze your belly, lock your thumbs, come up, and drop your arms. Stay here, or put that right hand flat behind the hip, about 6 or 8 inches. Left arm up, push up onto the shin, stretch it out. And then just sit it back down where it came from, and switch legs. Knee open, left hand on your knee, twist over the right. Stay here, or inhale high, exhale fold. Janu Sirsasana. And then look at your toes, squeeze your belly, lock your thumbs, come up, drop your arms. Stay there, or left hand behind the hip, right arm up, jump onto the shin, stretch it out. And then sit it down. Bring your legs out in front, hands alongside your hips, flex the feet, drop the chin, Dandasana, squeeze your belly. Stay here, or inhale high, exhale fold. And then look at your toes, squeeze your belly, lock your thumbs, reach out and up, and drop your arms. Bend your knees, couple choices to get down. You can just walk your body down. If you want to use some core, reach your arms forward, tuck your chin. See if you can touch down one vertebrae at a time until your back touches. Feels like too much, just roll down. And after that, just hug your knees in and rock it out. And then plant your feet, hips width apart, parallel, close to the bottom. We'll do 2 back bends. If you have something else you prefer to do, go for it. Otherwise, we'll do bridge and wheel, or bridge and bridge. Palms down, gaze up. On an inhale, press into your hands and feet, tilt your pelvis, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Some of you might interlace your fingers behind your back and physically walk the shoulders closer together to get the sternum to the chin. Don't turn the head, keep looking up, or eyes closed, but don't move the head. And breathe. Nice, these are great. Inner thighs together. Not to touch, but just parallel. And then wait for your exhale, slowly lower down. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. And then rest, knees or feet together. You can stay here resting, or we'll do our second and final back bend, another bridge or wheel if that's in your practice. So wheel, fingers are under the shoulders, elbows are to the sky, hips first, and then you push into the hands. Otherwise, just like before, roll it up, maybe walk the shoulders under, keep the thighs hugging in. Nice flip. Nice, Diana. Good job. When you're done, we're rolling down, and this time we're hugging our knees into our chest, and we're rocking it out. And then plant your feet. We're going to take our right thigh, wrap it on top of the left. So thigh, not ankle. We're just going to squeeze as tight as we can, and then lift the foot that's on the floor and just hold your knees. So some of you are going to stay here. Some of you are going to flex the feet, slide the hands down the shins, reach for the pinky toe sides of the feet, and then maybe pull the shins parallel to the top of the mat. So it's just a nice little hip stretch. You should feel it in that right hip. And then just relax the feet down to the floor. Keep the legs just like they are, and then let both knees fall to the left and look to the right. If you don't like the bind, just release that foot that's in front and take it behind the knee. That'll put you in our usual twist. Some of you might be able to wrap the shins like eagle. And then squeeze your belly to come up, unwrap your thighs, and put the left on top. And then just hug your knees in. Stay here, just pulling in so you feel a stretch in that left hip. Feels okay, you're adding on. Flex the feet, slide your hands down your shins, maybe pull the shins parallel. You end up holding the pinky toe sides of the feet. On the inside, tops of the foot. And then release your feet. Just let that bottom foot touch and let both knees fall to the right and look to the left. So you can deepen the twist or release it, whichever feels better for you. Come back to center, unwrap your thighs, hug both knees in and rock it out. Stay here or bring the bottoms of the feet together, hold your feet or ankles, push the knees forward. Stay there or keep hold of the feet or toes and find happy baby, feet up, knees down, any movement that feels good. If your feet are up, bring them in. If your knees are wide, pull them together. If it feels okay, hug yourself up into a tight little ball. Wait for an exhale and stretch it out in all directions. Take up space, make any last movements you need, and then just find Shavasana. And just forget about your breath. Let your breath return to normal. So we use Shavasana to receive the benefits of our practice. Take it all in. Sometimes it's our most challenging pose. To relax. So just imagine that beautiful golden light pours through, bringing warmth and relaxation. Down through the crown of the head, through all the features of your face. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. Your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Down through your arms, hands, and fingers. All throughout your torso. Down through your thighs, your knees, your calves and shins, the ankles, the feet, and out the toes. The body is completely relaxed. This state of peace is your true nature. Take a few moments just to be. Lao-Tzu said, "Stay in the center of the circle and let all things take their course." It is early October and the leaves are ablaze with color. There is intelligence in nature that brings balance and harmony to the mind, heart, and soul. When we are disconnected from this intelligence, we slowly drift out of balance. This is also true of our yoga practice. Yoga brings us from disconnection and fear to connection and love. Through our practice, the intelligence of our minds connects and infuses with and joins with the wisdom of our bodies. Our bodies contain the wisdom of the forest, the beauty of the sunrise, the peace of the summer evening. It is this force, this power, this energy that we find on our mats in the presence of the millions of miracles contained in our bodies. We are grounded in truth. So bring the awareness back to your breath. Let it fill your body. And bring your subtle movements, working your way out to bigger movements until you're ready for a big stretch. And if it feels good, hug your knees in one last time. And gently, carefully roll to your favorite side. Take a few breaths there. And when you're ready, make your way up to your comfortable seat. We'll close our practice. Find your tall spine. Find your breath. Remember, your peace is always within. It's right here. Come there whenever you need it. Hands to your heart. Bow in. Give gratitude. And look for the joy. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all for sharing your practice, your presence. Thank you for being here. Have a great weekend. It's going to be a beautiful day. All right. Bye, Facebook. Hey, Alan, did you practice? Hey, Winnie. Hey, Sally, thanks. All right. See you guys.